Salome B here, and today we're going to talk about, does the Kennedy family have a curse? They have just lost Robert Kennedy, the president, has lost his grandchild. Her name is Kennedy Hill. And they wrote an article about, is Kennedy succumbed to the Kennedy's curse. Robert Kennedy's granddaughter is the latest member of the Kennedys to succumb to the so-called Kennedy curse. Kennedy was 22. She was staying in a Cape Cod compound. Thursday, she died of an apparent drug overdose. She once wrote about her battle with depression, and she attempted to take her life at one point. So here's a couple of tragedies that happened to the Kennedy family. President John F. Kennedy's oldest brother, Joe Kennedy Jr., died in 1944. He was killed in a mission in France. JFK's sister, Kathleen Kennedy, died when a plane crashed in France, and she was 28. 1963, President Kennedy was assassinated. He had just had a son 2 days before. Kennedy's grandfather, Senator Robert K. Kennedy, was shot dead in Los Angeles in 1968. He was running for president. The next year, JFK and RFK's brother, Senator Edward Ted Kennedy, died in 2009 at 77. JFK's sons, John Kennedy Jr., his wife, Carolyn Kennedy, and sister-in-law, Lauren Bassett, died in a plane crash in 1999. Robert Kennedy's son, David Kennedy, died in 1984 of a drug overdose. Another son, Michael Kennedy, died in Colorado at a ski accident. And in 2011, Ted Kennedy's daughter, Kara Kennedy, died at the age of 51 of a heart attack. So, these are all the Kennedys that have apparently died. And the article is asking or saying, did Kennedy succumb to the Kennedy curse? So are the Kennedys cursed, or is it just they have drug addiction in their family, or accidents, just they're prone to accidents? Tell me what you think about this Kennedy curse. Does it exist? It all seems so kind of like crazy, and it's a coincidence that all of these Kennedys died like that, but definitely it looks like a curse. Tell me what you think about the Kennedy curse, and do you think it's real, or do you think it's just a family that's prone to accidents and prone to drug overdoses? Tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, Salome B. Have a great day. Alright, you can actually look on Google and type in the Kennedy curse, and you'll see a line of Kennedys that have died. Now, Ted Kennedy always thought that there was a curse on his family. With all of the accidents and deaths in that family. It's called the Kennedy curse. So you can look it up, and you can see on Wikipedia the history of the Kennedy curse. I don't really know too much about curses or whatever, because I'm kind of on the fence about curses and stuff like that. But if a lot of strange things are happening in your family, sometimes you might need to get like a psychic or a spiritual advisor to look over the family. I don't know if the Kennedys have ever had spiritual advisors look over their their family to see if there is a curse somewhere, because these people just are prone to accidents. They have a long history of deaths. And I don't know if it's just their genes, their hereditary, or because a lot of them drug overdoses and things like that. But Ted Kennedy thought, he really believed that there was a curse on the family. And usually in folk tales, they talk about curses. And usually witches or somebody put a curse. And see, I don't get into all of that because I read a book, and it was talking about voodoo and stuff like that. And the only way that stuff works is if you believe it. The mind is very powerful. So when I think of the Kennedys, do they have a curse? I don't know. I just think they have a lot going on. I don't know if it's a curse or not, because like I said, I don't believe in curses and superstition and stuff like that, magic and things of that nature, because the only way magic and all that stuff is believable is if you put your mind to it and you think that it's real. But I don't know. So you tell me, do you believe in curses? Do you not? Are you religious? Whatever it is, if you read up on the curses of the Kennedy, it's a long history of accidental deaths, drownings, plane accidents, drug overdoses, things like that. So tell me what you think.